Hello and welcome to the postgraduate study webinar. My name is Dr. Lindsay Hollywood, and today I'm going to be talking to you about the part-time Masters in Food Design and Innovation. So if you have any questions at the end of this presentation, please do feel free to ask. So as I say, today I'm going to talk to you about the postgraduate certificate, diploma and Masters in Food Design and Innovation, and you can start at any of those stages. The benefits of studying at UU, well, we have over 200,000 alumni worldwide, and it really, oh sorry, there's Sarah, sorry Sarah, if you have any questions you can post them in the chat there just at the end. But as I say, you know, there are many benefits to studying at UU. You know, it's an excellent conversion course if you really do want to change career. You know, you can get competitive advantage in terms of your employment, you know, and also personal fulfillment as well. You get taught by experts such as myself, and I know Dr. Amy Burns here, and she's a sensory expert. So if you have any questions for her at the end, you know, please feel free to ask. Also, you know, you get a really supported study environment within postgraduate study. You know, the learning will be blended, it'll be online and in the classroom. And as course director, I will also be your studies advisor throughout the course. You know, another benefit of studying at UU is that, you know, you can achieve some academic and professional qualifications, and also we have many great links with industry that you'll go on to hear about as I go on through this presentation. So in terms of the quantifiable benefits of postgraduate study, you know, it says here that the extra average amount a postgraduate earns compared to graduate colleagues is actually £8,000. And over the lifetime of your employment, that equates to 266,000. So actually, completing a master's really does have benefit to you and your career. It says here that 20% of postgraduates progress faster than undergraduates in professional settings as well. So doing a master's really does set you apart from others. 90% of the UK full-time leavers at postgraduate level working in professional occupations compared to 72.6 for total undergraduate leavers as well. So there are lots of different sources of information there where we get those statistics from. So if you have any questions around that, please feel free to ask at the end. So what really does Ulster University offer in terms of postgraduate study? Well, we have a flexible mode of study, and this course that I'm going to talk to you about today is part-time mode. So it is really, it's a really good course if you are working within the industry at the minute, and you know, we really appreciate the fact that, you know, there will be demands from work as well as demands in the course in terms of assessment, and we do take that into account. You know, there are lots of different flexible study levels as well within Ulster. So, you know, maybe the full Masters isn't where you want to start. And certainly within this programme that I'm going to discuss this morning, you know, you can start at CERT or at PG DIP level. In terms of UU courses, you know, we really do strive to be recognised by industry, and we work with a broad range of industry networks and professional accreditation bodies wherever possible. And in saying that, you know, within this new Masters programme, you know, we are accredited by the Institute of Hospitality. So if you're wanting to apply to UU, you just simply go to apply online at ulster.ac.uk. There's no official closing date for most courses, but typically we would be encouraged to register early September at the latest. Places are limited, and that's why we are encouraging you to register early as well. So you would need to fully complete the application as well, and if in doubt, certainly you can contact myself or the academic office. So in terms of course fees, across the university, they generally start from £6,000, although there are many flexible payment options as well. So you can check all the information out about fees and finance on the finance page. So today I want to talk to you about food design and innovation. Why even study food design and innovation? Well, the food and drink industry is a really thriving industry here in Northern Ireland. It's worth £5 billion, and it's the region's largest manufacturer, exporting to over 70 countries and growing. So Northern Ireland is really an attractive place for investment in the food and drink sector, thanks to a combination of different factors, such as, the skills availability here. We've got excellent infrastructure, our production is cost effective, and we have a supportive business environment. There are a lot of great food networks within Northern Ireland, and they are really utilised to try and drive and improve business growth. So as I say, this is a really thriving industry with many career opportunities. Nick Whelan, the CEO of Dale Farm and the chair of NIFTA, recently commented in an article that despite the many challenges that the industry has faced over this year with the pandemic and with Brexit, the industry remains strong. He specifically states agri-food is a huge economic asset to Northern Ireland. It remains our largest manufacturing industry, representing 16% of our entire local economy, supporting some 100,000 jobs across the supply chain. He went on to say that, he believed that our companies in Northern Ireland are truly world leading when it comes to quality, innovation and commercial success. And that is why we have decided to develop the food design and innovation programme at Ulster to really try and help support this industry to continue to be cutting edge and to be the thought leaders in the area of food innovation. So he went on to say Northern Ireland food and drink is a force for economic growth, and ultimately a strong agri-food sector will be crucial to securing Northern Ireland's economic recovery from COVID-19. So the timing of this degree is perfect in many a sense, because as we're seeing, consumer behaviour has changed over the last year. Consumers are now moving online, and even their habits are changing when in store, in the nature of the products that they're buying, and choosing maybe more healthier options and more snack-based options as well. So actually having the ability to have that insight can really help support your innovation process within your company. So what will you learn on this master's programme? Well, really, this is centred on product design, innovation and customer insight. They're the key pillars that form the basis of this master's programme. So you will get to use consumer insight to inform the MPD process and also marketing activity. You will understand the role of sensory testing to differentiate your product from the competitors. You'll also appreciate the complexities of big data throughout the supply chain and understand how to use that to harness a competitive advantage as well. And when I mean big data, I'm talking about the likes of dunnhumby UK Tesco Club Card data or the Mintel Global New Products database. So it's looking at big databases like that and trying to figure out, what insights can I garner from this to inform my product development process. Also within this master's programme, you'll be able to develop and design food and drink products that customers actually want. And hopefully as a result of this, you'll gain a really in-depth knowledge of the key challenges impacting the food and drinks industry. Challenges like sustainability, when looking at the Green Deal, or other challenges around waste and packaging innovations, looking at things like that. You know, really it is time to adapt, it's time to innovate, and it's time to develop products that customers want. And it couldn't be a better time than now to take part in a program like this. So what does it all involve? Well, these are the core modules that you will be undertaking as part of the master's program. The first 3 modules will lead to a PG Cert, and then 6 of those modules will equate to a PG DIP, and then if you complete the food design project, you will get the full master's. So really from the mix of these modules, you can see there you're looking at things like food choice and culture, and really understanding consumers' buying behaviour and the motivations behind their food choices. We then go on to study things like sensory and consumer evaluation, and just really emphasising the importance of testing your product with consumers and ensuring that they get the seal, it gets the seal of approval before you put it on the market to avoid market failure. The other module there is food policy and sustainable food systems. We really are looking at trying to transform the UK food system, and there are many challenges in doing so, whether it is issues related to health and wellness, to sustainability, as I previously mentioned, and even legislation and Brexit have all had impacts, huge impacts on this agri-food sector. The next module is that of data-driven design as well. So that's a really exciting module in that you get to work with live data and try and understand how it can be used to drive efficiencies within your company. We then go on to look at food and drink innovation and looking at all those capabilities, those innovation capabilities that are needed within your company to drive through that innovation process. The next module there as well is food design and digital communications, because we all recognise nowadays the importance, of food and food in the media as well. We are seeing that food is such a visual thing, and that you're seeing many images dominating social media, and so we want to look at the importance of really driving digital communications in that area. The final module on this degree would be that of the food design project, where you will work on a live brief set by your company, looking at a product development related project. So what is it that your company would like you to work on for a sustained period of time to really understand your customer, to help develop a product related to your customer and your target market, but bringing in all your previous learning from all these other modules as well. So how will this course actually be taught? Well, each module will entail a 3-day block with 2 learning sets. So that totals 24 hours worth of lectures and 8 hours of learning sets per module. Every module is coursework based, 100% coursework based, and we would really encourage you to apply your projects to your company that you're currently working in. We really have found that this also benefits the company as well as the student. As part of this program, you also get to have access to our facilities, and you might even choose to use our facilities to help complete an aspect of your coursework. For example, there in Dr. Burns' module on sensory evaluation, the students come up to the food and consumer sensory testing suite to test their products and to gain consumer feedback. So how do we go about supporting you? Well, we do at Ulster have an open door policy, so you can contact us anytime. We also have a virtual learning environment, which you're in today, Blackboard Learn. We've lots of small classes and tutorials so that we can really try and promote good discussion in class and good in-depth discussion in class as well. And we have a range of library resources and also house a lot of large databases such as Mintel, Passport, Euromonitor, and things like that that are really useful for companies. So how will your career prospects be improved? Well, hopefully, through the approach that we have taken to develop this course, you will see that because there's 100% of the modules are coursework based, there's a lot of project-based learning and a lot of applied assessments. We really will push you to try and advance your technical skills, whether that's in sensory analysis or data analysis. We also really encourage you to promote your professional skills as well. And so, you will be in a classroom with like-minded individuals. So, there's a real opportunity there to network. And as part of our coursework as well, we try and encourage the development of professional skills. So, for example, in Dr. Fury's module on food policy, you would have a professional conversation to really help build your confidence as well as a communicator. So there are other, in terms of how this master's could enhance your career prospects as well, there are different types of job roles that we feel that this programme really links directly to, and that's those working in the area of new product development, in the area of maybe customer insight or customer intelligence, and in the area of marketing as well. So we do recognise that COVID has had a huge impact on education, but it hasn't hampered our students' learning in any way. We have been streets ahead in already using FELE, and we have been using a virtual learning environment for many years. And so we have just transitioned to conducting a lot of our teaching online. However, with our Category 1 modules, such as Dr. Byrne's module on sensory evaluation, and they will still be taking place on campus. So you will still get to access our facilities for particular modules should the pandemic and the lockdown restrictions continue. There's plenty of online support available, and I have to say the teaching team are absolutely incredible, and they are so supportive of the students, always helping them, giving them guidance and advice across all the modules. So the current intake as well, just to note, despite the pandemic, have actually achieved incredibly high marks, which was great to see at yesterday's exam board. So really, in terms of entry criteria and fees, because this is a linked course, the minimum criteria would be that of an honours or a non-honours degree from a university in the UK or ROI from a recognised national awarding body. But we also recognise that a lot of people within the food and drinks industry have maybe a lot of experience, but they maybe don't have the qualifications. Therefore, you can look to go through the APEL system, the accreditation of prior experiential learning. And if you want to find out more about that, please just email me directly after this presentation. So in terms of entry criteria, you must also possess a level of English language competency. And as well as that, you must have at least 1 year's work experience within the food and drinks industry. The course is a premium price course, and the fee is £7,760. But as I say, if you go to the finance page, there's plenty of support there available to you as well. So the master's programme will be located on the Belfast campus, and what's actually really exciting about this is that you might have heard in the news, but we are moving to the Belfast campus, and it is expanding rapidly. So you could be a part of that, and that is a really exciting place to be. In terms of COVID-19, we're currently making preparations to welcome new students onto campus, and we really do want to reassure you that we are doing everything to adhere to government guidelines and to keep all our students and staff as safe as possible. So if you have any questions regarding the postgraduate study, please don't hesitate to get in touch with me. My name is Lindsay Hollywood, and there are my contact details.